My question is to the Minister for Families and Social Services, Senator Ruston. The Australian Securities and Investments Commission, ASIC, has advised that the ASIC Act 2001 prohibits a credit or debit card being sent to another person. I quote ASIC's advice that a person must not send another person a credit or debit card. What does this prohibition mean for the Morrison Government's proposed rollout of the cashless debit card in the Northern Territory?
The Minister for Families and Social Services, Senator Ruston.
Thank you very much, Mr President, and I thank Senator McCarthy for her question. I actually would like to advise the senator that the premise of which she's based her question about the cashless debit card being contrary to Section 12DL of the ASIC Act 2021 is actually is not actually correct. The power actually is a protection to prevent financial institutions from signing people up to products such as credit cards with pre-approved limits without first obtaining their approval. So just as when social security payments are made by another means, via cheque, it's clear that directing someone's social security payment.
Order. Senator Ruston, for Senator Wong on a point of order.
A point of order, but actually I'm seeking leave to table the letter from ASIC, which might assist the minister in answering this question, because it doesn't appear that her answer is consistent with the advice that's received.
Is leave granted? No. I'll call Senator Ruston to continue. So I understand that will be considered not at the moment. Senator Ruston, to continue, or have you concluded your answer?
No. Well, thank you very much, Mr President. So just to finish off on this particular question is that it's clear that directing someone's social security payment to the cashless debit card does not fall under the provision which Senator McCarthy referred to, and that is why in 2016 that ASIC provided the government with a no-action letter for the purposes of the cashless debit card trial.
Senator McCarthy, a supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr President. Given many communities do not have Centrelink services and the nearest towns are hundreds of kilometres away, what will happen to people who don't have a cashless debit card? Will they simply have no money, no food and no way of getting it?
Senator Ruston.
Thank you very much, Mr President, and I thank Senator McCarthy for her follow-up question. As Senator McCarthy would be well aware, what we are proposing to do with the rollout of the cashless debit card into the Northern Territory and Cape York is, I suppose, the best description of it is to give the people who are currently on the Basics card a technology upgrade. At the moment, we believe that it's probably around 16,000 places where the Basics card is able to be operated in Australia. The cashless debit card works in nearly 1 million outlets and basically is able to be operated in any premise that has an EFTPOS machine. So the inference of your question is completely misplaced in the sense of the only thing that this legislation seeks to do is to provide recipient or people who are currently on the Basics card the added utility and functionality of being able to use a card that's universally recognised.
Senator McCarthy, a final supplementary question.
Mr President, I do seek leave again to see if we can table the letter from ASIC which refutes all of what the minister is saying.
Leave is granted.
Thank you.
Senator McCarthy.
The Coalition Government has been proposing the rollout of the cashless debit card across the whole of the Northern Territory for 18 months. How is it that the Morrison Government has failed to properly consider that fundamental elements of Mr Morrison's proposals are prohibited by legislation according to this letter from ASIC?
Senator Ruston.
Thank you very much, Mr President. Well, I will beg to differ with the interpretation that is being made in the question as to what the letter says according to my advice. But however, I have the letter now and I will refer to it in the future. But I just wanted to make it very, very clear that what we are seeking to do with the legislation to which the senator refers is to enable people who are currently on the Basics card, and I've got to say it's a really well-named card, it's pretty basic. It is also very obvious for people who are on the Basics card that that's what they're on. The new technology that works in every outlet that has an EFTPOS machine will be completely and utterly neutral in its appearance. People can use the card without anybody knowing that the type of card it is. And in fact, we are currently in discussions with a traditional credit union in the Northern Territory to make sure that we can assist those people in the Northern Territory who wish to bank with their own credit union to use that as the issuer as
Senator
well.
Ruston, time for the answers expired. Senator Rennick.
My question is to the Minister for Employment, Skills, Small and Family Business, Senator Cash.
Senator Watt, restrain yourself.
Minister, in the wake of a year of